Hi, and another exciting day in my studio. I have been working on my room box, I'll tell you about that, and also the girls have been sorting out what they want to wear to the party, and I've made a start on the new Tudor plans for the house. So first off, I'm going to show you the room box, and Roger, my lovely electrician, has found a different way of lighting it at the back, which I'm really pleased with. So I'll just turn it on so you can see the difference from the last time. So it's looking really good. I have, whoops, I'd better take the pegs off Ralph. Ralph I have finished, and he's now expounding some theory to his friend. That is Sir Ralph Horsey, and he was the friend of Sir Walter Raleigh. And there's not, he's got a map in his hand. I think that's probably the last trip that Raleigh did on his ship, which was the, oh, somebody can tell me who this last ship was. I think it was the Ark, but I'm not sure.
The Golden Hind.
No, I think that was somebody else. So now these strips that Roger's used, he's found online, and they are these ones. They can be cut anywhere, and then they have their wires attached to them, and they get attached to the battery, and they've got a sticky back on them. So that was quite good, getting that installed. I'm really pleased with that. I think that I've got really good depth in my room box now. The only thing I really feel I've got to do is I'm going to look for a hanging of some sort to go on this wall, and I don't want to rush it, so I'll just wait till I see something good. Now I will just give you a minute and show you what the girls have been up to. So the girls have just been playing with materials and bits and pieces, but I think that Amelia's dress is on the way. Not quite finished, sort of a bit of stitching to do. I can't remember her name. I think her name is Sally, and she's got to have a big buffy sort of a dress. This lady here, I think I'll have to call her something, Helen. She is wearing an old man's, not an old man's tie, an old tie, a man's tie. And these ties are really good for buying in second-hand shops because they are silk and they've often bonded and they don't fray when you're using them. So they're really good for making little clothes. Amelia's one was also a tie, and it had a silver backing. And I think I might kind of take advantage of that in some way. So a good tip is actually looking at second-hand shops, op shops, Salvation Army shops, really good places to buy old ties that are man's ties. I can't say old man's ties, you get a different idea. And then apart from that, apart from the sewing bit and sewing up Ralph's clothes, I seem to be sewing all day, I also just made a start on the Tudor plan. Now, years ago when Roger and I were young, we decided we bought a section and we would like to build a house on it, but we didn't have a great deal of money. But after a few months, we thought, right, we're going to make a start. We'll make one little step a day and see how we work. And so the first step was to ask the builder that Roger played chess with a few questions, and that's escalated into a full-time building job. Now, with my Tudor house, I'm getting to it, I decided it is a big project, that the house will be about 3 foot wide and about 3.5 feet high. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it a step at a time. My first step was doing the research online, and the second step last night was to sit down and draw up a few plans. And then I also walked around the studio and I looked at some of the room shapes and sizes that I liked to give me an idea of how I would like my rooms to be. And I've decided perhaps 14 by 12 for a hall and 12 by 12 for a normal room was quite a good size. And so that's what I'll be working on with my plan. So I have drawn it up. Well, I haven't drawn it all up. I've started to make a start. And that's how I will carry on. I'll do one little step at a time. And then I will do some pretty detailed drawings before I make a start. So that's what I've been up to today, quite busy. And another busy day tomorrow, I'm sure. Oops, that's going to fall down. Okay, so I'll catch up with you then.